leadership doesn't recognize it.
We yearn for a new Nigeria that thrives on meritocracy and de-emphasizes tribe and religion. We dream of a nation that works for all Nigerians, irrespective of region or religion. If you seek to be a part of the ADC, do the proper thing and come through the front door. We are a party of decent and well-behaved people. Our brand of opposition is one that not only opposes, but proposes something your group is not conversant with. I strongly suspect that you will be shopping for another party very soon. And as you do that, we, the members of the African Democratic Congress, wish you bon voyage.
Party to the opposition coalition.
The former national chairman went ahead to say that all the elected chairmen and officials of the party cease to exist. I don't know where he has gotten that power from. I don't know where he generated the power from, because he is nobody. As far as I'm concerned now, he is nothing in the party of ADC. We are the owners of ADC. And when he started this thing, because he was ready to trade with it, he didn't consult the party owners who owns the party. We are willing to receive everybody who wants to join ADC, at least to take over power from the APC.
All right.
But it's not to come and hijack it.
These guys have been traversing.
That was a chilling message from Dumebi Kachiku to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, to Malam Nasiru El-Rufai, to Chibuike Rotimi Amaechi, to Amaechi, and all others who have made the African Democratic Congress their home for the election of 2027, that they will soon be looking for another political party. This is troubling. How did Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and these political heavyweights, how did they enter one chance like this when they ought to have known better? What were they thinking? What were they thinking? That they didn't do their due diligence before jumping into the ADC. Because ADC had been notorious for crisis. The ADC had issues and they were in public domain. Out of the 18 registered political parties, they couldn't sieve out the ones that don't have crisis like ADC. They have literally walked into the trap of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC. Because even if these people you saw, Dumebi Kachiku, who was the presidential candidate of the ADC in the last election, these people are going to be the new Arabambi and Apapa that were notorious for destroying Labour Party. They are going to do the same thing, and the presidency is going to empower them, sadly. But how did they not do their due diligence? I was even much more disappointed with the spokesperson of the coalition, Bolaji Abdullahi, when he said that he queried where was Dumebi Kachiku in the last 18 months, that he had been silent. Why is he talking now? You ought to have anticipated it. You ought to have known the history of this party before even going into negotiation with them. Bolaji Abdullahi was shocked that he said that he questioned the sudden emergence of the Mebichi Kachiku, describing him as among many who have stayed silent until now. They have to stay silent until there's an opportunity for them to make money, for them to create crisis. So you ought to have anticipated them. And you don't even need to anticipate them. Go to look for it. There are 18 political parties. Many of them portfolio political parties that you could adopt. What is so special about ADC? You try to use SDP, you discover it has so many moves from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC. You withdrew from there. You now rush to this one and you didn't do your due diligence. The truth of the matter remains, those of us who operate in the media space, we know it. We are aware that there's a problem in ADC. The ADC had been wrecked by a protracted internal power struggle under the national chairman, Raf Wosu, which revolved around his tenure. In fact, when his tenure issue came up, it was the talk of the town, because it was like he had been the chairman of the party since it was formed. Nobody has ever been national chairman. He had remained there as if it's a monarchy. Okay? So people generated a lot of interest when his leadership was challenged. So at that time, that was when people began to notice ADC, because nobody really cared about that party until the issue of their leadership struggle came up, when Raf Wosu refused to give way according to his opponents. So the party had had issues. The ADC had been wrecked by a protracted internal power struggle under Raf Wosu, revolving around tenure legality, factional control, legal challenges, and external coalition integration, which is the latest one. Each stage from 2022, when it has to do with the issue of constitutional error, that's whether the man is constitutionally allowed to continue to remain there, Raf was to be the chairman, to this issue of the takeover of the party by the coalition. And that has deepened division within the party. In 2022, the ADC National Working Committee, led by Raf Wosu, he faced expiration challenge because members believed that his tenure had expired and he was expected to step down by August 2022. Many state chairmen and National Executive Committee members challenged the legitimacy of Raf Wosu, citing unconstitutionality. Do you know what Raf Wosu did? He expelled some people from the party. Now, in response of him not leaving when his tenure expired, the NEC formed an eight-member caretaker committee headed by the Board of Trustee Chairperson Patricia Akwashike. So there was a caretaker committee set up to look into his refusal to give way to give way the national chairman. But in retaliation, Wosu's faction suspended 17 state chairmen and expelled Alhaji Ibrahim Manzu. as well as others. And on September 17, 2022, Nwosu escalated the problem in the party by expelling the man you saw in the video, Dumebi Kachiku, who was then a presidential aspirant on the platform of the party, and 7 state chairmen. And the chairman of the Katika committee, Akwashiki, termed his actions, the actions of Nwosu, as antics of a sinking man clutching a straw. Now, ahead of the 2023 election, by that time, Dumebi had gotten the presidential ticket of the party through his own, through the faction that he belongs. There was a challenge ahead of the election because Rap Nwosu faction endorsed Peter Obi of the Labour Party. Meanwhile, Akwashiki faction, they distanced themselves from that endorsement, probably because they also have their own candidates, Dumebi Kachiku. And they accused Rap Nwosu of allegedly cutting some deals with APC, PDP, Labour Party for financial gain. That was an allegation they made against Rap Nwosu. So you can see there's a problem. So I had expected that with all the kind of resources Atiku and Co have, they ought to have employed people that will be able to do thorough investigation before putting them out for embarrassment like this, because this matter is not going to end very soon. These people are going to be used by the APC and by the Tinubu administration to destabilize the ADC. To show you what I'm talking about, between 2024 and 2025, there was a legal battle that was instituted by the Kogi State Chairman of the ADC, Kingsley Oga, who challenged the leadership of Nwosu and his extended stay in office. That matter went to the lower court. It was ruled in favor of Oga and Co. Then when the thing got to the higher court and the appeal, it was ruled in favor of Nwosu. But right now, that matter has not been resolved. The case is still pending now at the Supreme Court. So how did Atiku Abubakar and Co allow themselves to be put in a position where Supreme Court will again be the determinant of the future of a party they want to use to run an election? It beats my imagination, knowing what Tinubu and Co can do. They ought to have known better. Bolaji Abdullahi that he was talking about, where were those people who are those protesting, and where were they when they were doing the negotiation all these months? Well, you can't ask that. It is for you to do the due diligence, so that nobody will come out of the woodwork to come and talk about that we are the one in charge. You have to look for a political party where there will be no emergence of one Arab and B, one Apapa, that destroy Labour Party. And there are many like that all over the place. Since political parties are so indisciplined in Nigeria that you hardly see anyone that is not having leadership crisis. But there are still, out of the 18 political parties, there are small parties with talk about parties like the Accord Party, all those kind of parties. Small parties that you do your investigation, go to the courts, find out whether these parties, they have any case, any leadership crisis that are taking them to court, and isolate those ones. Don't have anything to do with them. Look for the parties that are real greenhorns in Nigerian politics, and then take it over. But they made a huge mistake by going for ADC. Now, the whole thing escalated because those of them who were considering the political party ADC as irrelevant, waiting. Immediately they saw that the coalition had adopted the party, put interim chairman as former Senate President David Mark, and put Arebo Shola, former governor of Osun State, as secretary. They know that this is the time to cash in, and they came out. How much was the vote of the baby Kachiku in the last election? Who gave him a vote? Did he get up to 5,000 votes? But today, they have given him an opportunity that he can use to cash out with the support of the APC to ensure that even if they don't use ADC again, this is a thorough embarrassment that Atiku and Co will rush to use this party knowing the kind of challenge they face without doing a due diligence. Even if it is one court case, reject that political party. That any party that has leadership crisis case, there are many parties that don't have any problem. We talk about Zenith political party, Zenith Labour Party, all those kind of parties. They are there. Nobody is challenging their leadership. They ought to have been used. But they put themselves out in ADC that has been notorious for its crisis, leadership crisis, since 2022. Well, my friends, that's the situation of things. And my advice to those who move to the ADC is that they can still try to, move to another party, use another platform, because the issue is that this matter will be settled now in the Supreme Court, the leadership crisis. You can see that in handing over, Raf also said that they have collapsed everything. Everybody agreed. But apparently the other faction didn't agree. And they are the ones that will make problem. They are the ones that will create problem. And the opposition do not need such distraction. Their target should be how to ensure that the APC is not returned back to power. It is not how to be going to court and put the future of the party in the hands of the Nigerian Supreme Court. And we know what the Nigerian Supreme Court ruling has turned out in the same time. We have seen what many consider vague judgments, where after the Supreme Court give a judgment, there will be various interpretations by various factions and various interests. Every faction will claim that the Supreme Court ruled in their favor. Even the language they use in writing the judgment give opportunity for all kinds of argument about what the court actually ruled. That is where ADC, where Atiku Abubakar and Co have put themselves out at the mercy of the Supreme Court, at the mercy of the APC. Because right now, most ruling coming out of Nigerian courts seem to favor those in power. I don't know what you think about the unfortunate situation that is unfolding, where it seems that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and all these big-time politicians have entered one chance at the ADC. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.